We are here, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest comic book show ever. Episode, 4. Welcome in. This is a great show we got for you tonight. It's going to be incredible. Some amazing guests. We're gonna be doing things you've never seen before. Hey, wait, what's with the light, Alec? I think you lost them. You look kind of dark there. It's kind of, I can't see.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Sound like a. Are you doing the wrestler thing? This isn't the Tony Sanders. Okay, so
feel in charge?
Not on this show very often.
Well, hello, beautiful. You must be Harvey Squeeze. And you are beautiful.
Like we're doing like impressions or something? Yeah.
Oh, what a lovely, lovely voice.
I thought like voices was like my.
Do you want to know why I use a knife? Guns are too quick. You can't savor all the little emotions.
Can we just like do a normal?
That was betrayal because they belong to me.
Just start the show. I mean, like the beginning, like the normal.
All you care about is money. This town needs a better class of criminal. I'm going to give it to him.
I just mean like.
The fire rises.
If we were going to
Everything burns.
Impressions beforehand.
Mobile.
You could have just let me in on it, is all I'm saying. I could have done
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
I don't want to know what you are underneath.
Oh, the Batman.
I mean, I even have like a bat mask. I could like.
Where were the drugs going?
I could have been in costume, I'm saying. I do costumes. All right. Just like, I'm saying, it would have been nice to be in on the whole thing that you're doing. Yeah.
Does it depress you, Commissioner, to know how truly alone you are?
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
Okay, it's not, I mean, I just, we're a team, like unity. I'll get mine.
Hey Adam, welcome to the show.
What's up, Alec? What you been up to, man?
Same old, reading comics, goofing around, going to Disney.
Right, I'm ready.
Is John gonna? Oh, this is awkward.
What's going on,
What a
John?
dork! What a dork!
I feel like Blue Manchu's favorite Batman right now.
Wow. The one not
Everyone's favorite Batman.
So Thomas King isn't writing you right now?
I'm just saying now I'm here, and it's like now I'm the jackass in the mask.
Look, either way, you're not gonna pop Stan's Tangled Web tonight.
You're the jackass outside of the mask, so no, you committed to it. I think you need to.
It's fine. I mean, I'm just whatever. It's fine.
It's not who you are in costume, but what you do that defines you.
Stash Man. Yes, I agree. Stash Man. John would make a good bondage cover with that mask. I would make a cover. I'd look like a cover. Welcome to the greatest comic book show ever. Oh my gosh. It is Wednesday.
It's questionable.
We are here to be morons for your entertainment, and I'm just happy that you're all here to join us. We're not going to shout out the chat, but I'm sure Chris Barrett's in there. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, shouting out the chat is for Friday nights.
Right? Seawood. He can do that. Maybe he's in the chat. I don't know who's out there. I see 19 people and a Facebook person because we're doing this on Facebook and on YouTube simulcast. Isn't that what they used to say back in the day? It's a simulcast.
I don't know.
God, you're old. You are so old.
Is this on
Simulcast.
public access?
Did anyone think we'd make it to episode 4? This is kind of crazy.
I thought by now they would have shut us down. 4.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, even the Comic Core has standards, right?
Who would shut us down?
I don't know.
The
Cat Ren
The-
figures. She seems
the top,
classy.
the top of people.
We have the login. We just show up and
That's right. They would have to change their password to get rid of us.
That could take a whole afternoon.
Yeah.
you have to
So, we're
read.
here to talk about comics, probably tangentially.
Probably.
But we're
Probably.
also here to let you know we're going to have a huge guest at the end of tonight's show. Ladies and gentlemen, Comic Tom is joining us tonight. Just be ready and buckle up for that little bit of news. He's going to be talking about that Hot 10 list, that Hot 20 list that the Key Collector app and Nick put together. I don't mean and Nick because he is the Key Collector app, but you know what I mean.
He is an app.
He is a living app.
Whoa.
What's an app?
What has technology done?
It's
Has it
pretty
gone too
charming
far?
for an app.
Has technology gone too far?
I don't know.
Is he like some sort of human app hybrid, or is he just a sentient app?
Sentient app.
Sentient app.
He's just human charisma digitized, pretty much.
Are we talking about Tom or Nick?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Whoa,
Mhm.
wait a minute. They're the same person?
Comic Nick 101.
We like to start off usually after rambling for a few minutes with noteworthy, important things from the week. Does anybody have something worth discussing right off the bat?
Yes.
Yeah. I have something noteworthy to discuss. We just discovered that there might be a hybrid between an app and a human, and you just moved on.
Well, we do gloss things over on this show.
Okay, go ahead. What do you got, Adam?
You want us to start being thorough now? I mean, we just need to have a meeting, I guess, and like decide what we want to be.
I don't
That's
think I
what
could
it
do a
was.
very good thorough impression. No, didn't work.
Oh, wow.
What does yurt mean? I want to know so I can be like one of the cool kids. What
First
is
of
More
all-
importantly, how do you spell it?
First of all, there's no T. It's just YERR.
Is it spelled with letters,
Yer.
Okay.
or is it just like guttural?
Isn't that what onomatopoeia? Isn't that just like sounds? Is that what they call that?
Would I sound like an idiot if I tried it?
I mean,
You
I
did
just did. Go ahead.
Yeah, but no matter what you do, it sounds cool. Yurt. Oh, it
No,
sounds like
so
I'm trying
no.
to take a dump or something. What
You
the
said
hell?
Yeah,
yurt.
no,
Isn't a
yeah,
yurt
no
a
T.
building?
A yurt is like a house that
Yeah,
you make
building.
from a tire or something.
Circular, yeah.
Wow. You just never know what the kids are going to come up with next.
Like apps that are humans.
That's right.
Shocking.
Amazing times we're living in.
So, Adam, what's your noteworthy thing that you've want to discuss for this week?
Dude. Okay, I have a comic that I loved that I want to make sure everyone else loves and judge them if they don't. I will present that in a moment. But do you guys just want to? I went to the comic shop for the first time in like 2 weeks. You just want to see what my books are on my pull and judge me for them?
Yeah, this
will be fun. We'll judge you for them for sure.
Okay, so I'm so excited for Batman. I waited 2 weeks for 83 and 84. Yes.
Hashtag worth it.
Amazing Spider-Man, not reading it. It's not very good. I don't know why I keep collecting Amazing Spider-Man.
All right.
I feel an obligation to like Marvel or something. I don't know. X-Men 3, I'm sure John hated it because he hates all the X-Men titles now. Detective
Actually, did not pick it up.
1016. I will never stop collecting this because it's in the thousands and I love Detective Comics. And oh, look, another Amazing Spider-Man. The book I wanted to talk about that blew my freaking mind. And look, I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm behind perpetually by a few weeks. Is this MFer right here? This book nearly broke me.
You know,
Dark Multiverse Death of Superman. I know it's like 3 or 4 weeks old, but my God, I finally got around to it.
yeah, I gotta get a copy of that.
Lois is saying and doing stuff that no one else was willing to do. And calling out heroes for their failures in a way that I've never seen in comic books before. This was very emotional. I've already managed to convince our friend Kavi, Comic Books NYC, to download it digitally and spend some of his valuable time. His time is way more valuable than mine, reading it. So I hope
Written by Jeff Loveness, who also wrote this, which, interestingly enough, we are talking about on Book Club in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, and the art in here is quite good too. I'm not sure, somebody named Walker, but does he know how to do mascara tears amazingly. My God.
Let me see. Let me blow that up. Whoop. Ooh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. That's a skill. It's an underrated skill. Artists, kids, you're out there learning to draw mascara tears. If you want to get us 40-something types who read Death of Superman when we were little.
Drew Manchu says he's already posted a review of that book, so be ready.
So I bought, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books today. Guess how many of them were Marvel or DC?
0.5.
So what's the over-under on that?
$1.5.
I'm going to say 2.
How many Valiant books are coming out right now? That's what I want to know.
I didn't buy any Valiant books.
I'm saying he's got to get Marauders. And yep, that one. So is it 2?
It's 1. It's just this.
You didn't get Marauders? I thought
No.
you wouldn't know Marauders.
I'm over it. I got
Whoa.
Usagi Yojimbo.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
By the way, this is not my hipster segment. I got Die, both covers of Die.
Oh, that's a good pickup. That's a good pickup.
I wasn't going to buy this book, and then I saw this cover, and so I had to get it. Power Rangers Ninja Turtles. That goes with all the other Helmet books. And then I got this Philadelphia variant because I missed it when it came out, and I thought it was a really cool cover. And then, of course, Strange Skies over East Berlin. And I finally got this.
Of course.
Ooh, hardcover.
Oh,
You can
How much
stop.
was
I
that?
also like eat it like an ice cream sandwich.
You can beat off intruders with that thing. It's so hard.
you can do what to
Don't,
intruders?
don't say beat off.
What are you doing to intruders, Tom? Get a home security system, okay? That'll solve it. You don't. They're going to be coming back for more.
Hey, there it is.
I
Thunderhouse design. You were right.
Depends on if how he does.
Thunderhouse Design and Alec just became best friends.
Sorry, John, you're out.
I was going to say my noteworthy was Die. I read issue 10, and it finishes right off where issue 9
Don't say
went,
finishes.
as far as really being great end to this storyline. I think this sets up a really interesting third act to this story. I think issue 9 still is the highlight of this particular run. But I also felt like the fourth issue or the penultimate issue was the best of the first saga. So it might be they're kind of doing a little Game of Thrones-y thing where the second to last one is this huge moment.
I was trying to work in with something you say, don't say penal, but it didn't work.
You don't like penultimate? Does it sound funny?
No, it was like a penis, like pen. It didn't work.
We have a quota to fill on penis jokes per episode, so
So we don't get.
Alec? I applaud your effort.
Thanks.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a phone call from Drew if we don't reach it. So nobody wants.
When did Drew become in charge?
Drew's boss.
He feels in charge.
You're feeling in charge.
You feel this gives you power over me?
But for those of you into Die, I would say issues 9 and 10 were really, really good and made up for what I would say were not as good issues 7 and 8.
Well, you know what they say about that. 7, 8, 9.
Yes, Ricky, I did get Lois Lane this week. It was kind of a standalone filler because it was all about how apparently in Event Leviathan, Lois lost her dad.
Who cares?
I'm not reading that, but they did a whole issue basically looking at Lois reminiscing about her dad and how that impacts her life. And it's obviously, if anybody who's ever lost a parent, that would be a pretty impactful moment. So it was powerful issue, but I would say it was somewhat slow and spent most of the time just kind of thinking back over her troubled relationship with her dad.
Chris Barrett says, I'm still pushing for BKR 90 to be in charge. Spoiler alert, he is.
He's too busy, like with
He's
food.
the puppet master who runs everything behind the scenes. Ha! Look at this guy. I mean, this guy. Look what he starts buying.
So firstly, you said get this. Comic Geek McD said he had an extra copy of issue 1 and he wanted to send it to me. So I was like, well, I'm grabbing issue 2 then.
Oh, so you haven't read it yet.
I have not read issue 1, so I'm not going to read issue 2.
It's coming from Scotland.
And then I do think this ended pretty dang well.
Glad you weren't disappointed by your favorite series.
I will say I liked the issues preceding it, 7, 8, and 9. Oh, sorry, that was 9, 10, 11. Were the highlight. Issue 12 is just kind of like it was a solid ending, but it wasn't a home run ending. I feel like issue 11 was the home run, and then this was just sort of like the celebration afterwards.
So, John, is Gary Oldman in that comic? No.
I love having control.
I thought that was a pretty good joke.
Hey,
I got upgraded.
Yeah.
Trying to set up some Dark Knight stuff there, but whatever. All right, that's fine.
I was gonna go with the professional.
Yeah, of course you were, Alec.
Fifth Element.
Of course you were going to go with the professional.
Yes.
Ugh.
Why? Because I'm a hipster?
No, who's ever said that?
You just about every week.
The title of your segment. And it looks like we're about to begin Alex Hits the Corner.
Alec is forcing the segment.
I mean, John does with his segment, so.
That's true. But he's kind of in charge.
What am I calling this? The Apothecomicary?
Yes. Do we have a title label for that for the screen?
I'll make one up next week. I'm too busy riding my penny farthing to the farmer's market to buy hand knit scarves.
Awesome.
I think you might like this one that I have this week. This was actually on my list of my want books for this past year, and I did get a little while ago, but I don't know that I've really shown it off that much. It's called Sky Between Branches, issue 0. And why this is noteworthy, you might be able to tell by looking at the cover. This was from 2002, and this was a self-published book by Joshua Middleton.
Nice.
As far as I know, the series never continued, but there is like a cover image for issue 1 in the back of this. And it's really about nothing, not in like a Seinfeld way, but like the whole story is this girl who like starts off, looks like she's got a sword and a shield, and it looks like a monster steals her hat. But then she turns around and it's just like her imagination, and she's just getting water from a river, and it's just a branch that stole her hat. But then this creature from the water comes out and grabs the hat after she walks away. And that's the whole issue.
Did that come out anywhere around NYX? Because that art looks very similar.
2002, so I forget exactly when NYX came out, but probably around similar time.
Sounds about right.
I've got my NYX right here. Let me see. Uh, 2004 NYX came out, so or at least issue 3. So yeah.
His style has really evolved. Like
Yeah, he definitely got.
on his eBay watch list.
What's that?
J Hood Creative says that's on his eBay watch list.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a cool book to have. 8.5, not bad. I mean, I know I lost points because it's like a recognizable name in the comic book world.
Well, I own Middleton books, so I can't give it like a 9 or higher. So,
But the fact that it's something you never heard of and it was self-published and it gave me a smiley face, or is it a sideways wiener?
oh, that's total side wiener. Are you kidding me?
What is a wiener? What that? How does that look like a wiener?
Never mind. Let's move on.
I didn't think my art was that bad. Is all I'm saying. I know that I'm not a professional.
It's that good.
My cassette of the week.
Ooh,
From a band called Dwaro Delph.
Okay, sets are still cool.
I didn't say they were cool. It's just part of my segment that I've been doing now for 3 weeks. It's called Of Dying Lights. It's got like a pretty cool looking gold ink on a white cassette. It's limited to 100. This is number 62. And it's like a really cool kind of mixture of black metal and dungeon synth. So if you can track one down, it is by who's the album label on this? Sorry. Folk Bang Records. Robert Bobby Brown. No, I don't have any Robert Bobby Brown. I've got Dora Delph this week.
My wife had a ripped-off copy of the Cocktail soundtrack on cassette. Is that cool enough?
That's kind of cool.
Whippy Shake, Don't Worry, Be Happy, Kokomo.
Have you listened to that? Because a lot of times, like, people will write something that's not really what's on a cassette.
It's a very good point.
That is a major cassette from my childhood. My gosh.
Cocktail soundtrack?
Yeah. The lady who used to drive us to elementary school was obsessed with that soundtrack and played it for like 3 years straight. And it was like, wow, lady, get over it.
Immortal Biggie Shack.
She likes her Tom Cruise.
I would like to present my Robert Brown cassette, but outside of the.
Ooh, see, it's a white cassette with black ink. That's why mine was cooler. It's got gold ink. Immortal Biggie Shack said, "The hipster gamma rays are breaking up the reality of life. Whale, dial it down." That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
Loving it.
Yeah, it's a real drag. It wasn't number 69. I didn't get to pick my number. You think I'd miss an opportunity to get that? Come on, you order it and it gives you a number.
Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose.
I was just not quite. The timing wasn't quite right in the universe for me to win on that one. Almost act 8 tracks.
No. Come on now.
We've got some luminaries in the chat today. My gosh, you guys.
Do we?
Comic Man Randy is here.
8 tracks will never make a comeback because they weren't a good technology.
Doesn't that make them more desirable?
More hipster-esque?
Yeah. Think about what you're saying, Alec.
I think he takes his glasses off in anger every week at this segment.
One of my favorite things to do.
Catching on. It's like the reverse David Caruso from CSI Miami.
Was it? Or was it
reverse.
Murder?
Sorry, I didn't have the right music cue, but I have a music cue. Oh my
Every
god!
house the tape was of Silverchair's frog stomp somewhere aggressively relaxing says.
Yep, and I saw Olivia Newton-John on an 8-track. There you go, classy. So I'm going to do a slightly different segment this week just to really fire up the chat and anger some people. I got King John's Royal Hot Take. I'm gonna definitely create some anger. I'm gonna elicit some excitement, and I'm hopeful that we can have a very rage-filled debate.
Can I just say something real quick though?
Yeah, do it.
I watched episode 4 of The Mandalorian this past week, and I thought it had the best, most effort-filled writing of any episode of TV that I've seen recently. Like it was a masterclass. Okay, go ahead, John.
Uh-huh.
You know who it was directed by?
Yeah, that Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to fix the banner. Sorry, you were saying
That looks more wrong now.
Adam is wrong. This is the Adam is wrong take.
All right, is your segment starting or what?
My hot take is quite simply that I do like that actually. Stay on, Pipers.
Go, King John.
Number 1, Watchmen is a superior series on every level. Number 2, the writing for Mandalorian is getting worse episode by episode. And if this entire show is going to be Baby Yoda on a road trip with the Mandalorian and that horrible MMA actress showing up, this show is not going to last.
Why do you hate MMA?
I don't hate MMA. I hate
And
MMA
females.
performers.
Why do you hate women?
Actors.
It's kind of
Bryce Dallas
sexist.
Howard did a great job.
She belly flopped this big time.
Why do you hate the city of Dallas?
Why do you hate the state of Texas?
Why do you hate Amanda Lorian? I will say, it
Yeah,
did
go
not jump the shark, Drew Manchu. I fully disagree. I think Watchmen just sealed its fate as being an epic television series that's going to demand rewatching for years to go. Who is Emma? MMA. I just feel like people are willing to write a blank check to the Mandalorian television show when it's pulling all the same crap that Star Wars fans have complained about for years.
Why? Because there's a young version of a character in it who's not even the same character.
How long have you heard Star Wars fans complain that the Ewoks were annoying, cute little bears and that they ruined Return of the Jedi? And now they're all loving this cute little Yoda guy, and he's making this show the greatest thing ever.
Wasn't Return of the Jedi like a million years ago?
Oh, we got to do math now too.
So,
Haven't we? I don't know. I feel like our culture has changed a lot.
So that now we like garbage.
Oh, totally. Our attention spans are just. Have you seen what's happening to us, John?
What did Craig69 say? Sorry, he said he's quoting. Sorry, I have spoken. There you go.
I mean, I think this could be an entire show, but I will say a couple of quick points.
Mandalorian on a DeLorean.
Playing a mandolin. The Ewoks defeated the Empire, and Baby Yoda just pokes things.
He did lift like a giant.
Yeah, he's got the goddamn force because he's a Yoda. I mean, he's not Yoda. I know Yoda's like the name of the dude and not the.
I know people are gonna throw that out every time. You can't.
Do we know what the race is called?
The Fox problem. You can't say powers of X and you get in trouble.
Yeah, it's powers of 10. He is the child.
Yes. The alien.
It's Hoxpoten. Yeah.
So I think that the Mandalorian is not trying to be. It's just an episodic story about this character. It's not supposed to be like this huge, world-shattering thing.
In Baby Yoda's defense, he's cuter than an Ewok.
He is quite adorable.
He's the cutest thing ever in history.
How do you hate Baby Yoda?
I don't hate Baby Yoda. I'm saying
I think you do.
John's finding a way.
I'm saying if the entire show is the road trip with a Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, I think they've written a really lazy show, and it seems like that's the road they're heading down.
Well, the only reason it's lazy is because it's Lone Wolf and Cub, not because it's a bad story.
There it is. There it is.
Got him.
9.5. 9.5 for that one, Alec.
Exactly, because
I deliberately did not bring that up.
So that
I
I
heard
could.
it on every podcast I listen to brings up Lone Wolf and Cub, and I'm like, Alec's going to go there. It's going to be amazing.
I don't
That's
even
right.
know what Lone Wolf
That's
and
right. Put him back on, buddy. You earned that.
Yeah, was that a 9.5?
Yes.
Hey, I agree. If the Ewoks ate stormtroopers, that would have been awesome. I would have been down with that.
I think it's a fine show. I enjoy it. I think it is not what some people are saying that it is. It's not like the greatest thing Star Wars has ever done. I thought this part, spoiler alert, when the other Mandalorian was flying like Superman and saluted him was
That was so cheesy.
Was the low point for me, and like my eyes practically rolled out of my head for that. But I've been really enjoying it. It's been like quality in universe stuff. It's not earth shattering, but I enjoy it and I look forward to it every week.
Yeah, I just think it seems like people are freaking out for the show, and I feel like it's just not worth that.
Well, when you have something that's so beloved, like Star Wars,
right,
that has been questionable at best and dumpster fire at worst for the last 25 years, when something comes along, it's like, oh, it's pretty good. Like all of a sudden it becomes better because you're starving to death.
Yeah, my theory is you've got people like me who were not pleased with The Last Jedi,
and that I'm ready to go.
And are looking for a way back in, and also,
did you like The Last Jedi?
I didn't care for it. These days, people get overexcited about everything. Like, it's true. It's just the way our culture is. Like, we freak out over every single thing. We use superlatives. Sorry, I'm ruining the joke of
Alec is upset
Alec being
because
gone.
I'm honestly at this point willing to say that as of right now, as of that last episode of Mandalorian, I like Last Jedi more than this show.
All right, you should kick me off the show then too.
I don't get the hate on Last Jedi and the love for Mandalorian. I think that if anything, they're on par with each other, and it's kind of unfair to claim one or the other. But that's
I think we need to do a separate show for us to debate why Last Jedi is the worst
I
thing
don't
ever.
think they're anything alike. Quite
I'm not
frankly.
letting you on here, brother. You can sit in the off stage. I'm not letting you on. It's not happening.
Is Drew freaking out?
He's sitting there off stage. Not happening. Not happening. It's not
Wow,
the Drew show.
John with the power play right now.
This is
We're
John,
gonna do a separate show. We gotta
I'm
get
happy to do it. Again, I told you this is going to be my hot take. I do feel like it was a better film than people are saying, and I do think Mandalorian is a worse show than people are saying. That's my
I was
hot take.
almost
Way
with
on
you with
par.
the Mandalorian thing until you said the thing about Last Jedi. Now I'm questioning the first point. Turn off the music.
I didn't put it on.
Is it annoying now? Is it
No, we're just
Alex-
this
Alex
is
is
gonna last the rest of the night if we don't.
Well, then let's move on because we got a ton to get to, and it's 7:36.
And we got Comic Tom coming up.
Comic
do.
Con is going to be joining us soon, so let's go through our word bubbles. Do you want to drop that graphic here, Adam, and we'll roll through word bubbles of the week?
like
Lots
it's
of people-
hot? Hold
I'm
on,
not saying The Last Jedi is amazing. I'm just saying that I think Mandalorian is on par with it if you really take the time to look,
You're just saying it's the best thing you've ever seen.
which is true.
Hold on 1 second. I have to move something from one screen to the other, and then I'll be ready to share.
So this
Sharing
is
is
the segment
caring.
we do each week. We've highlighted a few word bubbles we read in the last week, and we want to talk a little bit about those things. Let's see here. Bear
Ready.
sharing. Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. I got to take the banner down. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
How's that graphic holding up? Still
I
funny?
can look at.
Quality.
I'm digging Bubbles every day.
I never get tired of him.
No, who would? It's Bubbles.
He's just he added so much flavor to that show, you
I
know.
love Bubs. All right.
As usual, we start with Alec for some reason.
Yeah, Hellboy is so obscure.
1 second here. I'm a professional, folks. Yeah. The book is so obscure there was no full-size image of the cover readily available, so you'll have to do with that tiny thumbnail-y thing there. So points for Alec again. He's killing it this show.
Yeah.
I love this. Go ahead, explain.
I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Abe Sapien and Hellboy are together, and Abe sees a monkey and says, "Is that a monkey?" Which, first of all, it's a chimp, so specious. And then Hellboy noticeably is upset because the ape has a gun, and he screams, "He's got a gun!" And then the chimp shoots.
Now, here's what I love about this.
Hmm.
Our friend Abe Sapien, top 5 name ever, by the way,
Yeah, it's really great.
is asking a question, is that a monkey? And Hellboy is not even answering him. He's just, you know what? Of course it's a monkey, and he's got a gun, which makes me think
on the animal and focus on the weapon.
Yeah,
which makes me
to
think
be,
that Hellboy has encountered monkeys with weapons before.
to be fair, if you saw a chimp with a gun, would you take the time to answer? So I mean,
I don't
a
know.
person with a gun is something to be concerned about. A chimp with a gun is something that's just a giant question mark.
I do trust animals more than humans, though. So
And what a great panel that is! Blam blam.
The art is awesome. Yeah.
yeah, the
Great
amount of
legend
space
asking-
taken up is
Great legend and Immortal Biggie Shack want to know where Misexplained is. He had a gig tonight and he was busy. He didn't think he'd be back in time from his late gig. We sent him the invite. He might jump in, but he was very busy with a show.
Are we not enough for you?
Apparently not.
also he saw what we were planning for this show, and he was just like, I don't know.
Oh, we do have Comic Con coming up.
We do. Comic Tom coming on the show tonight. Be ready.
This might be the first time anyone gets valuable information about collecting
From
ever
the show.
since Tom told people to buy comics drunk.
From our hello, and Robot John has
Speaking of.
collected issue 5 of Jane Foster Valkyrie. I really enjoyed the read this last week, mostly because it had Mephisto in a great important role. And I chose this panel where we have Mephisto sort of watching what's going on. Jane gets injured, and her friend says, Doc, before she realizes, I should probably use her alias because she's not the doctor. She says, Valkyrie. And then when Mephisto hears that, he says, Doc Valkyrie? These hero names are getting worse. And I just like the simplicity of it. He's not even worried about like, will he win in this big battle? He's more just like taking the time to really comment on horrible hero names. And let's be honest, Doc Valkyrie would be a pretty bad one. It sounds legit, and it is not.
And
It's like lazy writing, right?
and maybe it's kind of foreshadowing to a bit we're doing later. Also, when did Mephisto start wearing a suit?
When he started hanging in Vegas after Donnie Cates put him there, right?
He's looking good. I mean, I'm kind of rooting for Mephisto after seeing how dapper he looks in this. I know he's a bad guy, but so am I. All right. Last but not least, me. I love Black Hammer and Jeff Lemire's writing in general, I guess. My fanboy dumb gets worse every single day. It's a problem.
Oh, you got a little animation. We didn't, huh? I see.
This was amazing. Yeah, I don't like you guys.
Wow. The truth comes out. Hot take.
We got Golden Gale here, who is pretty much a Wonder Woman proxy in the Black Hammer universe. Finally getting her chance to team up with Wonder Woman. She just asked, "You and Amazon?" Wonder Woman says, "Yes." Cool. Want to help me kick some ass? And Wonder Woman always efficient with her words. It's just like, yes, let's do this. Let's go kick some ass because that's what we're here for. That's what I was raised to do. So let me show you how it's done. Golden Gale. What a great series. A lot of miniseries that come out disappoint. Black Hammer Justice League was a really fun story. And if you don't believe me, ask Drew Manchu, who is slightly more trustworthy than I am.
Well, I know that Edwin the Comic Jabroni also big fan of that series.
Oh, bonus. All right. Well, the rest of y'all need to get on board.
So we're running out of time. We're going to jump. We don't want to cut Comic Tom short. We're going to have to jump over and do our list segment of the week. We try to do a little fun list segment for you each week. And Adam does an amazing job of typing it all up and putting it together for us. This week, Adam, what do we got this week?
Well, I was watching Titans on DC app, and there was a bad guy called Dr. Light. And I was thinking, that's kind of lame. How did this guy make it to the big time? And I was thinking, I wonder if there are other like supervillains out there who just didn't quite make it. What would they be named? What would their powers be? So we decided via Instagram to come up with a list, of which I'm sure you all have read halfway through already, this first page.
I was going to say, the first 18 at least are right there.
But that's why I made it large type, so there's 100 and some that you haven't seen. Anyway. Starting off,
just blaze through it.
So again, these are villains who didn't quite make it. We have Dr. Chafe, Flatulo, Passive Aggresso, Hipsterio.
We're on a little O theme there.
Killer Pillbug, Halitosis.
Halitosis. It's bad breath.
Yes. Beige Lantern,
like that.
Tryptophantom. This began on Thanksgiving.
Clearly.
The Philanderer.
Tryptophantom is good.
The Contrarian. Just a gaggle of screaming children. Dr. Meat Sweats. Chris Barrett. Dismissive Man.
Of Dr. Light from the DC Flash villain. Yes, that's who we're talking about, Dr. Light.
Yep. The Boomer. Man Rat. Kardashian.
So good.
Mephisto. Deathstroke the Butler. Drew Manchu. Janos. Yomamu. Who just makes your mom jokes all the time.
You got to really say that one right to get it.
Pink Eye. Craven the Gardener.
Craven the Gardener.
The Gatekeeper. Mark Zuckerberg. Professor One-Upsman. The Parrot Head. That would be like a Jimmy Buffett fan.
Yeah, well, that one came backwards because I said I want a villain whose catchphrase is 5 o'clock somewhere, and then that came out of that.
And you made it happen.
It came together like a
Flask
beautiful goulash.
Flask Master. Sand Boy. J. John Jameson. Baron von Ratio variant. Celery. Orthodontist Octopus. Bryanak.
I love Brian Eck. It's so good.
It's so simple.
Just some guy named Brian who thinks he's a genius. Paper Shredder.
Paper shredder. Yeah. So these are, as a reminder, we're about, I don't know, a third of the way through this.
Not even, sir.
This is villains who didn't quite make the cut.
Slobbertooth. Adultron. Pond Master. That's an Aquaman villain. Murder Gator.
Killer Croc.
Multiple Cats Lady. The Discourager. The Incredulous Hulk. Professor Snark.
Me.
Spicy Mike.
Spicy Mike's so good.
Killer Crocs. The Bagpiper. Seinfeld.
Yeah, I took umbrage with that one.
The Platypus. Let's skip this next one. Should have taken it off the list. Rob Liefeld. Harley Quinn Medicine Woman.
That was good.
Yeah, I liked Harley Quinn Medicine Woman. That was good.
Magneto. Eddie Broccoli.
It's
Cilantro.
broccoli.
A lot of vegetables.
Gluten. The Preachy Vegan. Micro Brew. The Piddler. The Flash-er. The Anti-Joy Equation. Neil Adams. The Penis Force. Robocall Ed. Miasma.
Oh, man.
Papa John.
TJ has the two-fingered proctologist.
Oh, we're getting
We'll get there.
Unguent. Bet you can guess who submitted that one. Captain Mold. Typhoid Larry. Skidmark. The Poor Listener. The Human Porch.
Okay.
The Mansplainer. Dr. Calamari. Paste Pot Pat. Skeletor. The Minister Six. The Kappa Commander. Megaron.
About a lot of these.
The Tickler.
There were a
The
lot.
White Liar. Colonel Noogie. The Wendigoat.
Yeah, that's good.
Bizarro Kevin. The Mouth Breather. Kang the Contractor.
I like that.
People have issues with contractors sometimes. Chillmonger. The Funisher.
Frank
His
asshole.
alter ego. Frank Asshole. Morbius. The Pessimistic Tax Accountant. Karen the Living Planet. Bob Goblin. Huggernaut. Black Sean Cassidy. One Face.
One Face.
Again, these are villains that didn't make it. Colander Man. Florida Man. Comic Man Randy. Garth Vader. Barfatron. The Numerologist. Cautious Caveman. Claybot.
Claybot. That's one of my favorites.
Bizarro.
But isn't that just Superman?
It kind of is.
Ooh,
Poison
Wow.
Oak.
that was like another layer.
Dr. Smelly. the De-Organizer. Prince Jackalope. Rosal Drool. Dr. Big Fingers, proctologist.
There it is.
Very good.
Yeah,
TJ.
you're on the same wavelength with that one.
General Todd. Duckface. Amateur Metheus. Scurvy Mary.
That's the second Typhoid Mary one.
The Even-Tempered Hatter.
I like that. one.
Loki. Startlecrow. Sinestro. Admiral Australia. Victor Sass. The multiple orgasm man.
Comic Man Randy.
Man boobs Marvin. Wilson Frisk. Modork.
That's so good.
Annihilist. The Batman who crafts. The Batman who watches TV all day. Sequined Manta. Another Aquaman villain there. Officer Hansy. Drunken Hank Pym. Hank Pimp. The Color Rubber.
Spine Tick.
Spine Tick. The Racketeer. Cheetah. PGX. Julie or Samantha Grundy. Ted Anderson, Master of Evil. Scarlet Bitch.
That one's harsh.
Brad Al Ghul. Steve Al Ghul.
It's a whole-
Raul Al Ghul.
Yeah, there's a whole family.
Dr.
I still
Stranger Danger.
think Ra's al Ghul is the winner of that one.
Entitled to that opinion. I'm going with Brad. Gorilla Todd. Dork Phoenix. Dentist Doom. Bill Lambier. Lord Cholesterol. Captain Close Talker. The Fraggle Puncher. Party Foul. Uncle Jeff at Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Benham. Kidney Stone. Jesus.
2 left. All right.
Kidney
Nope.
Stone. Come on, that's good.
Man.
Man. Love
Killer
Man.
Plumber.
Oh my God, there's another page.
Anti-Santa. Thanos the Mispronouncer. The Penultimate Warrior. And finally, Baby Yoda Killer.
I really like Man.
There were some
Man's pretty good.
winners and some losers, and I think we all learned that segments that go to 150 might be overdoing it a smidge.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It's only 10:52. What are you talking about?
Well, I want to thank you all for coming and sticking through this because you knew that we had a special guest. You knew that we were going to drop some fire on you. And we have him here, folks. The one, the only Comic Tom 101. Wait a second.
Hey guys, it's Comic Tom.
Whoa.
It's me, Comic Tom. I grew a beard.
White.
You look slightly
I
different.
was expecting there.
What's up?
Who's the mountain man?
That's right.
Yes.
I just invaded
oh.
the studio.
See, everyone thought we were kidding that we were
Yo,
going to really have
yo.
Comic Tom on the show.
It was
People
not
don't know,
guys. How you feeling?
Good to see you, brother. How you doing?
Dude, it's so good, man. It's so good to see you guys. How you feeling?
Great. Nice to see you, buddy.
You guys are going through a funny list. I like it.
We like to throw some laughs in. Comics and comedy is what we're all about. But you, sir, are about hot comic books. This is the Lord Almighty of
So hot.
speculation.
Oh my
The
goodness.
boss of Big Boy Books. He is here because he's gonna drop some hammers on us. If you guys don't know Key Collector app, if you don't know Nick, if you don't know their 20 books each week, you don't know books, man. This is legit. Tom, how you doing, man? How is that? Is that hot list heating up your pocket yet?
You know it is, man. And we don't typically talk about this stuff
Sweating.
before Friday, you know. But as you can see, we're here. We're working. We got a couple books down. I'm
World
excited,
premiere.
and I really like your guys' show. You know,
Oh,
we're
thanks.
fans. We watch Comic Corps. White Whale, you're on here. What's going on, man? It's good to see you.
Hey,
Bear
buddy.
Island, always good to see you. And I felt like, you know what? I'm feeling generous. We may want to, you know, provide some insight, which we don't typically do.
Mistake.
Because I know Ryan's telling me we shouldn't, but I think we should. But we do a top 10 list every single Friday, the hottest comics of the week. Been doing it for over a year and a half.
And this is guarded, secret kind of stuff. I know Nick, you know, he takes good care of that list.
Oh, it's well protected. I'm hoping that, you know, they don't pull a they who shall not be named and kick us off their team.
Oh,
Oh.
So are you willing to,
That's
like, I don't know, give us some morsels here? Like, give us some insight? What's going on the list these days?
All right. Well, like I said, I don't typically do this, but there is a book that I've been eager to get off my
dude,
chest.
Don't spoil the list, man. It's
No,
not
I'm going
Friday
to.
yet.
I
It's,
know, dude. It's gonna be fine, dude. I know Nick. He's gonna be cool with it. All right. So the first book I want to talk to you guys about.
This-